Hey viewers, this is the day 111th of my journey to improve my communication skills. In yesterday videos, what I noticed is whenever I make videos, like around 105 days, I uses the word so, which is basically filler word a lot. But now, after the day when I realized that I am used to this word, I I deliberately try to use it less whenever I have to start a new sentence, because initially whenever I initiate or I start speaking any sentence, I use the word so. Each and every sentence which I started is initialized with so, but it's not like that. Now I work on it, and whenever I have to start a new conversation or a new paragraph, even new topic, I don't use so. I try to replicate the word so with some other alternatives, so that I won't use to only a single word which make my speech less impactful. So this is the realization which I did, and it's only possible when you recognize your mistakes. If you don't recognize mistakes, how you get to know where you are doing the mistakes and how you can improve yourself? That is only possible. I watched my videos, and after watching my videos, I get to know what sort of words I am repeating again and again, which make my speech less impactful. And after watching, I work on it. I deliberately stop using those words to make my speech more impactful. Coming to my daily activities, today again I solved the daily lead code stick problem, which is basically to find or return the product of the maximum three numbers in an array. So to solve this problem, I have two concepts in my mind. First one is the numbers. All the three numbers can be a maximum, like first number maximum, then other two are the smaller than the first number. And another case can be happen like the first one is the smallest and another two are the negative numbers, because negative numbers on multiplication gives us two negative numbers, on multiplication gives us positive numbers. This is also another case which can be considered while solving this problem. So how I solve this how I solve this problem? First I initialize the three numbers max 1, max 2 and max 3, and then I initialize the two mean numbers, mean 1 and mean 2, because I have to consider the two numbers whose product can be maximum they were even if they were negative numbers, because even if you multiply the two negative numbers you can get the maximum product, because the minus minus will cancel each other. So this is a basic mathematic approach, and then I apply the for loop which runs through the array. And so the first condition is similar with the previous lead code problem, like if the number in an array is greater than the maximum of 1, then we have to replace max 3, max 2 and similarly max 1. Max 3 will become the max 2, max 2 will become the max 1, and max 1 will become the that digit which is present in the array of 0. And similarly for the max 2 and similarly for the max 3, we will get the maximum three numbers. First one is maximum, then second maximum, then third maximum in an array. And another for to find the minimum in an array, so that we can calculate the minimum number product also. Minimum basically number may be in negative integers. So to calculate this again, compare it with the array number and calculate the minimum one and minimum two. After calculating this, we uh, we finally calculate the product maximum, like maximum 1 into maximum 2 into max 3 and comma max 1 into min 2. So in दोनों में जो maximum होगा we have to return that. This is the basic problem statement, and this is the approach which I applied. And the time complexity is big of, and because we are iterating through the array only at once, and the space complexity is big of 1, because we are not using any extra space to store the values. So this is the basic problem which I solved today, and it's the easy problem in the lead code. And more important is to understand the logic, to understand the concept rather than just typing the code. That I understood, and I will try to revise it again and again to keep a story to my memory permanently. So coming to my communication skills, today I again I read the book which is How to Win the Friends, and influence the people. So today, the title which I read is, uh, which is basically how to get your work done from the people. Yesterday I also read, but some few pages, some are left, and still some more pages are left which I have to read. I um, Tomorrow or a day after tomorrow I will try to finish this topic. So again, I read some topics regarding how we have to win the people, how we can influence the people, how we can get our work done from the people, what approach we have to apply when we have to conversate with the people. So these are the basic structure or basic way to influence the people. Along with that, what I realized is, because from the past 110 days, I am just writing down the new words whose meaning I don't know. That is a certain point is put, and the vocabulary which I was learning the past 110 days may or may not I'm not using in my day-to-day conversation because they are very complex. In place of that, we can use the normal words. So what I notice is, rather than revising 10 words in a day, it's better to learn only single word in a day. And single word, whatever word you're learning, you should use into day-to-day conversation. That's why then only you will remember its meaning, and you can fluent in you can make your vocabulary advance. So today the word which I learned is uh, repercussion. So what is the meaning of repercussion? So repercussion meaning basic मतलब होता है किसी चीज का रिजल्ट आना या फिर किसी का बुरा नतीजा आना. That is basically meaning of a repercussion. Uh, this is the day 111th of my journey to improve my communication skills. Today again I use the word so in some places which I try to rectify in another video. I will rectify and uh, I will try to remove whenever I will make my future or further videos. Uh, this is the day 111th of my journey to improve my communication skills. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.